It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to the Travel and Cruise Industry News podcast on this Monday, the 4th day of November, 2024, brought to you by Will US, the owner of Scootaround, and by Chillie Cruises. We got a whole bunch of stuff to go over today. But first, to go over the headlines this morning. The lead story is an intoxicated passenger denied boarding. Also today, we're going to talk about the Rotterdam getting back to Fort Lauderdale. One step closer to Supersonic flight. Princess doubles FCC. That's future cruise credit. Royal Caribbean reroutes due to possible storms again. Now a little bit of look at the weather. Odyssey cancels Valencia. Royal Caribbean changes hold policy. And Sail with Samantha Brown. That and lots more live here at 11 o'clock this morning. Sounds like passenger started. Oh, yeah. All right. So I was worried about my audio because I had a phone call just at the wrong time. I wasn't entirely sure the audio was back on. So nobody's fussing, so I guess it is. All right. Today is National Candy Day. Not my favorite. I'm just not a big candy person. I probably don't eat more than 2 or 3 pieces of candy all year. That's me. All right, this day in history. 100 years ago today, in Wyoming, Nellie T. Ross became the first woman governor in the United States. Congratulations to the folks in Wyoming, all 12 of you. Wyoming's not a whole lot of great, huge population. All right, if you're listening via the podcast, you're always welcome aboard. You can access the podcast via my blog or wherever, which is accessadventure.net, by the way, or wherever you get your podcast from. All the big guys tune in, Spotify, iHeartRadio, any of them. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the old fat travel guy, and we talk about all things to do with travel and cruising around the world. All right, so first thing I'm going to try to do this morning, this is a little dicey, but I am hopeful that I can show you the website that is now live. You'll notice down below the crawler has bookayt.net/cruise-with-chillie-alaska-2026. That is the link to our website with the group cruise on the Poesia. So let's see if I can do this without screwing things up. Present, share screen, and share screen, and that should be it. Share. Boom. Yes, that did give it to us. All right, so you got my mug on the first part of it. Experience Alaska at an affordable rate, May 25th, 2026. A little section on cruising Alaska with MSC. Of course, it's the first year that they will be up there. This is actually the third cruise on their schedule. The map, of course, with a couple shots of ports of call. The itinerary for the cruise. I just noticed we've got the map on there twice. Oh well. A nice section about the MSC Poesia. A little bit different ship than some of you may be used to. This is more of the older style MSC ship that is very European in flavor. I'm looking forward to it. I've been on both the new and the old with MSC. I like them both. Of course, it has the layout of the ship, some information on the cabins, and some information on shore excursions that will be available. We don't have prices for shore excursions in 2026 yet. They won't be set until after 2025. They've just come out with the 2025 pricing. We will have some pre and post cruise hotels available. That too is not available yet. There's a section on the deck plans. I'll have a flyer up probably in another day or so. It's been worked on as we speak, and on terms and conditions and all that stuff. So that's all on our website. You can actually, if you don't want to call me and talk to me, you can book it directly via the website. It might be a little confusing because MSC is a little confusing to book with, but or you can call me. It doesn't matter. You're going to end up in the same group at the same prices. Did I even talk about prices? Wait a minute. Did I miss that as I went through? Where was the price section? Let me see if I can do that again. Let me come back over here, and I'm going to. I wanted to talk about that. Now I don't remember. Did I skip over it? Did I screw that up? No, I would never do that. Okay, so there it is, right at the top. It moved up to the top. Now let's see. Yeah, we're back on this. Okay, so we've got MSC, we've got the itinerary, the ship. The prices are gone. The prices were there before, and now they're gone. So I got to get Nate to fix that. We did have a section with all the prices, and now they're missing. Okay, so I didn't completely lose my mind. That was there before. That'll be fixed today. So it's up. It'll be up in its completion tomorrow. So all the prices will be up. Sorry about that. So for now, you got to call me because I got the prices. So anyway, all right. Now we got a couple other things to get to here this morning. Let's see, which way do I want to start? All right, so that's our buddy Emma. She's in Tokyo on the Norwegian Spirit. That's her favorite ship and her favorite itinerary because that was her first when she was a child. And the Spirit was her favorite ship because of that. That started her in her life of cruising. All right, that is Jennifer Reynolds, who is kayaking near the Carnival Jubilee. Here's a couple out of the past. Remember my buddy Martin? That's Martin and Stan. They're in Las Vegas. Too bad I didn't know that ahead of time. Maybe I tried to met up with them while they were over here. This is Tony and Jenny. They're on the Rotterdam. I've not been on Rotterdam. You know, I love Holland America. I'm going to see if I can't get Tony to come on one day, and we'll talk a little bit about the Rotterdam. That would be cool. All right, this is Mr. Bucket List. My buddy Justin And he's at Hideaway Beach on Coco Cay. And if I'm not mistaken, folks, that's a blue motorcycle. If you're not familiar with a blue motorcycle, it has 5 shots of booze, and that's not a very big glass. Okay, it has, let me see if I can get them right, rum, vodka, tequila, gin, and blue curacao, and a little lime soda is a blue motorcycle. Now, I can't drink one of those things. Justin's not a drinker. So I bet he drank that and he was looped. But we'll have to ask him about that. I got to get Justin on the show one day too, just to find out if that didn't set him on his fanny. Now, the other thing that I liked, because I asked him specifically about this, I thought that pizza looked exceptionally good. I've had pizza on several of the islands, and it's pizza. It's not very good, but that looks, to me, looked really good. We need to ask him about that too. So, see if I can't find him one of these days. And what was this one? Oh, yeah, that's Rochelle. That's Rochelle. That's the money shot. You know, one of those where they stand out there and hook you so that they can sell you pictures. But that's Icon of the Seas. Rochelle's been on it for, I think, 2 cruises now. And she says the entertainment on Icon of the Seas is literally nonstop. Between the theater, the aqua theater, the ice skating at shows, there's something going on constantly on Icon of the Seas. So I'm going to have to end up going on Icon before it's all over with. Okay, guys, so that's going to bring us back to where we go do some news maybe. But let's take a quick break from one of our network sponsors, and I'll be back with today's news stories. A 53-year-old passenger was denied boarding on the German cruise ship AIDAmar, operated by AIDA Cruises, due to severe intoxication. According to a statement from the federal police, the incident happened on Thursday around 2:30 p.m. when the woman, a German national, was attempting to embark on a 3-day cruise with stops in Aarhus and Copenhagen, Denmark. The passenger's extreme state of intoxication led the ship's crew to refuse her entry. Upset by this decision, she began a heated confrontation with the staff, prompting intervention of police officers stationed at the port. During their examination, officers from the Federal Police Inspectorate in Rostock discovered that the woman had been listed as a wanted individual by the Austrian Public Prosecutor's Office, which had issued a notice to ascertain her whereabouts, a federal police spokesman confirmed. Details regarding the exact level of her intoxication were not provided by the authorities. The woman was escorted off the premises and, due to her disruptive behavior and failure to comply with instructions, authorities opted for a judicial measure that led to her temporary detention. She was held in custody. Holland America's Rotterdam returned to Port Everglades to kick off its winter season in the Caribbean. After completing a summer deployment in Europe, the vessel docked in Fort Lauderdale last week. To open its season in the region, the Rotterdam is sailing a 12-night cruise to the Southern Caribbean and Panama Canal. Through mid-April, the Rotterdam will continue to offer a series of 7 to 12-night cruises in the Caribbean. Norwegian Cruise Line has cut prices again on the NCL Bliss Transatlantic
sailing from Miami on January 4th, 2025 to Southampton, landing on January 17th, 2025. This 13-night transatlantic voyage, double occupancy start at $614 per person, solo cabin start at $714, including all taxes and port charges. You sail from Miami, stops in Ponta Delgado, Portugal, Lisbon, Portugal, Vigo, Spain, Le Havre in France, and then arrive in Southampton on the 17th. Why not join us on the fabulous NCL Bliss Transatlantic, January 4th from Miami? We'll see you on the Bliss. Just call me, 434-258-9264. With two successful test flights this month, XB-1 Boom Supersonic Demonstrator Aircraft is progressing toward breaking the sound barrier. Simultaneously, Boom continues advanced work for Overture, including the installation of key equipment at the Overture Superfactory and initial production of the test fuselage panels in partnership with Leonardo. XB-1's fifth flight, conducted on October 7th from Mojave Air and Spaceport, represented a crucial benchmark in Boom's test program. Chief Test Pilot Tristan Brandenburg took XB-1 to a new top speed of Mach 0.69 and an altitude of 17,800 feet. This marked the aircraft's highest, fastest, and longest flight to date, and it reached the halfway point of its planned supersonic test flights. On October 25th, XB-1 successfully completed the sixth test flight and continues to make progress in expanding the envelope for supersonic flight. Flight 6 primarily targeted flutter and handling qualities testing at a higher altitude than previous flights. The FES, or Flutter Excitement System, is crucial in testing new aircraft to ensure there are no undesirable interactions between the airflow around the vehicle and the structure of the aircraft. Flutter is a phenomenon where the energy of the airflow can interact with the airframe vibration modes and cause structural failure. Modern aircraft design uses tools and predictions to develop aircraft that should be susceptible to flutter, which we verify with testing. In this flight, XB-1 made significant progress towards validating a fully functional FES system. Unfortunately, XB-1 did experience a degradation of GPS signal, which impacted our ability to accomplish more in the flight. The team is currently troubleshooting this issue, and as soon as the source of interference is identified and corrected, we will be on flight number 7. Supersonic transport, coming soon. Princess Cruises has decided to double the future cruise credit amount that guests will receive who were booked on the 2 canceled cruises on Regal Princess. Regal Princess has been stuck in Galveston due to repairs that need to be made to the ship. The October 27th and November 3rd cruises have been canceled. The cruise line said that essential technical repairs are needed to the ship and the cancellations of the cruises were necessary. Initially, Princess Cruises was giving all guests that were booked on 2 cruises a full refund and a 25% credit toward a future cruise. Cruise line is doubling the amount the guests will now receive, a 50% credit of their cruise fare to be used on a future cruise. This is in addition to a full refund. The FCC is good on all Princess sailings through May 31st, 2026, as long as it is booked by May 31st, 2025. Also, guests who booked one of the cruise line's all-inclusive packages, Princess Plus or Premier Package, will still receive double cruise credits as part of the Captain Circle Loyalty Accelerator promotion. Guests staying in full suites will receive loyalty points times 4. Here we go again. As we near the end of the hurricane season, there are 3 possible storms brewing in the Caribbean that are already impacting cruising. With this in mind, Royal Caribbean has rerouted its ships embarking on cruises in the Bahamas and the Western Caribbean, including Radiance of the Seas, Freedom of the Seas, Brilliance of the Seas, and Visions of the Seas, out of an abundance of caution. The change will impact the upcoming sailings for 3 cruise ships that are being rerouted by the weather. Another ship is already well into its sailing. On Saturday, Radiance of the Seas sailed a 7-night Bahamas cruise from Tampa. The original itinerary called for stops in Bimini, Freeport, Nassau, and Perfect Day at Coco Cay, the cruise line's private destination in the Bahamas. However, the itinerary has been redone to avoid the weather, with new stops including Cozumel, Rotan, Belize City, and Costa Maya. On Sunday, guests embarking on Freedom of the Seas from Port Everglades also received a similar letter in their email boxes, but instead of entirely redoing the itinerary for the 6-night Western Caribbean sailing, the winds are simply changing the order of the port call, with the cruise ship swapping the days she will visit Labadee and Grand Cayman. The final port of call on the itinerary, Falmouth, Jamaica, remains unaffected. Passengers are also reporting an itinerary change for Visions of the Seas that sailed last week out of Baltimore. The vessel added Port Canaveral and canceled stops in Nassau and Coco Cay. Brilliance of the Seas, which is sailing a 7-night Western Caribbean itinerary departing New Orleans back on November the 2nd, is being impacted by the developing storm in the southwestern Caribbean. The ship has canceled a call on Grand Cayman and will instead visit Belize. Guests currently on Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Seas are also reporting bumpy weather conditions during the 3-night sailing from Port Canaveral. However, no change in itinerary has yet been confirmed. The most concerning of the weather systems is 18. The system is gradually becoming better organized. It's located about 260 miles south of Kingston, Jamaica, 450 miles southeast of Grand Cayman. Maximum sustained winds are 35 miles an hour. Present movements to the north at 7 miles per hour. Minimum pressure is 1,004 and dropping. A more northwestern motion is expected today and forecast to continue for the next few days. On the forecast track, the system is expected to move near Jamaica by late today and be near or over the Cayman Islands late Tuesday and into Wednesday. The disturbance is expected to become a tropical storm today, with additional strengthening forecasted thereafter. The system could be near hurricane intensity when it passes near the Cayman Islands in the northwestern Caribbean. The formation chance of the next 48 hours is 100%. Formation over the next 7 days, also 100%. With the 3 storms brewing in the Caribbean aren't expected to be as severe as Helene and Milton, which devastated Florida and other places, the safer and more comfortable choice for cruise ship is simply to steer clear of any possible bad weather. So basically what you have in the Caribbean, Patty, which is out in the northeast section, should be gone today. It's not going to affect land anywhere. Tropical Cyclone 18 will be named Raphael later today, possibly attain hurricane strength. There's also another disturbance forming just north of Puerto Rico, which can cause problems in the Bahamas. We've got to watch all 3. The season, unfortunately, isn't over quite yet.
One of the reasons that I kind of fuss at the cruise lines for making these early determinations and cancellations, when this all happened, Royal Caribbean was looking at a possible developing system in the Bahamas that could affect the Bahamas and Florida. We had the same thing, 10 days ago or so? And yeah, they got some rain out of it, but nothing bad. That was what they were looking at when they made all the cancellations and sent everybody to the Western Caribbean And here, 18 is going to be a hurricane in the Western Caribbean. So all the ships that they moved away from the Bahamas are going to be out there dodging it. I don't know. I'd wait until the systems, you see what these things are going to do and then change them. It was me. Oh, well, I hope everybody stays safe and doesn't get bounced around too much.
Cruise around the world with the Will Model C2. That's the chair that I use. Our chairs will easily fit through accessible cabin doors and can navigate those tight spaces and crowded places. To see if Will may be right for you, click on the link below to schedule a test drive. Just tell them to use code CHILLIE for all your mobility needs. That's scootaroundstore.com.
Odyssey of the Seas is likely the first of many cruise ships that will reroute to avoid the popular port of Valencia, Spain, in the coming days to weeks while the region recovers from one of its biggest natural disasters in decades. The city, which is located on the east coast of the Iberian Peninsula on the Mediterranean Sea, took the brunt of a severe storm that brought a year's worth of rain in just one day. This resulted in significant damage to infrastructure and loss of life, with the death toll reaching over 200 as of November the 1st. With this in mind, Royal Caribbean has opted to cancel Odyssey of the Seas' scheduled call on Valencia, which was scheduled for November the 6th, and will impact crews embarking from Rome on November the 3rd. That would have been yesterday. Instead, the passengers will spend the day in Mallorca, which is about 177 nautical miles to the east of Valencia. The Valencia cruise port, which has two berths capable of accommodating the world's largest mega ships, is still able to safely dock cruise ships. However, the city itself is not yet able to welcome the thousands of tourists they bring with its usual fanfare. If you're on the fence about booking your next cruise, Royal Caribbean is going to make it easier by giving you more time to hold a booking before pulling the trigger. As of October 28th, Royal Caribbean officially changed its courtesy hold policy, which lets guests and travel advisors temporarily hold reservations without a deposit. The hold time increased to 5 days. Royal Caribbean previously allowed potential guests to hold a booking with no deposit for 24 or 48 hours. The booking hold guaranteed a cabin selection and cruise price would not be lost, giving passengers the opportunity to sleep on it before committing. So now you got 5 days before you got to make a decision. Oceania Cruises partnered with travel expert Samantha Brown, host of PBS Samantha Brown's Places to Love, to join on one of Allura's inaugural sailings next summer, according to a press release. Guests can join Brown on a 10-day Mediterranean cruise aboard the Allura, departing August 5th, 2025, from Monte Carlo to Athens. If you're interested, just give me a call. All right, guys, this is a fabulous solo deal on the Norwegian Escape, sailing November the 26th from Barcelona to Miami, with just fabulous ports of call that'll stop in Cartagena, Spain, Malaga, Spain, Funchal in Portugal, and then it goes across and stops in Antigua, San Juan, Great Stirrup Cay, and into Miami. 15 days on the beautiful Norwegian Escape. Prices start at $1,087 inside, a solo, including taxes and port charges, $1,098 outside, $2,176 balcony. All right, guys, fantastic transatlantic solo deal. It's in less than a month, so you've got to make arrangements. Give me a call, 434-258-9264. The escape from Barcelona to Miami.
And that ends the news portion of today's show. So let's go see who's fussing at me in the chat room today. Yeah, we did get over 100 again today. Very good. Thanks to all the people at X. Again, my apologies for not being able to get you guys in the chat room with everybody else. Again, it's not me. It's StreamYard. They can't seem to figure out how to do that. So anyway, I'm continue to work on it. All right. So let's see. I know Mike was the first one in the house this morning. I sent him a little note. I wasn't sure if our change of time would screw him up over there. Of course, I don't know. I think they changed the time a week different than we do or something. I don't remember. We do have some ex people early. Mohammed's with us, watching you live from Ghana. How about that? Thank you, Mohammed, for being with us. I appreciate it. Our Hot Air Tom says, hi, everybody. Hot Air Tom asked the same thing. Mike, when do you change your clocks? Katie says, good morning to Chillie and everyone. Or Steve. Good morning, Steve. Gary Older Than Dirt's with us. Joanne's with us. There's Kenneth up in Pennsylvania. Katie said, sounds like passengers started the party way too early. Yeah, I would say so. I don't think it's a good idea to get toasted before you go check in to get on a cruise. The ironic part of this is she got in trouble, raised a stink. They called the cops in that arrested her. And then the cops found out she was wanted elsewhere. It all trickled down from the fact that she got toasted before she went to check in on the cruise. If she'd been sober, she would never gotten caught from the wanted things that were out on her. Sometimes people are just dumb. There's Todd. Good morning, Todd. And Cindy's with us. Hi, Cindy. Bob's here down in Tennessee. Have a good day, everybody. I missed the last show last Monday because we changed our clocks a week earlier than you. Happens every 6 months. I'd forgotten this time. So Mike screwed up a week ago, and we didn't know it. We wondered where he was, and it's because he screwed up the clock. I love it. Of course, Mike, I don't know if you were here the day I told my story. The one that got me was the year I was going to church. And I was wondering why all the people were coming out of the church as I was walking in. Yeah, I've done it before too. There's Emily. Hi, Emily. Emily says, I have to do a couple things. I have to go out and get the garbage cans before a random person uses it for their garbage. Yes, that did happen to me. Wow. And the cleaning lady is here. I had to clean up something that I knocked over. We'll rewatch. Have to take Fiona outside as well. Yeah, I got to make sure Fiona pees. That's a must. Emily, I love you to death. I knew it is usually close, give or take a week. I have a UK clock in my one room. I'll need to adjust it. All right. Emily says she's working the polls tomorrow. And as always, Emily, I thank you for your service. I'm not sure I'd want to do that this year, but that's me. I'll be so glad when this is over with. I am so done with political crap. And I'm not saying that one side or the other. I'm not trying to influence anybody. I'm just fed up and tired of all of it. So be glad when it's over and we get back to normal, if there is such a thing. 16:10 at the moment. Oh, 16:10 at England time. Yeah, I got you. Which now would be 16:35. So it's, wait a minute, 11:35. 16 is 4:30. I have to translate. So it's 5-hour difference. Let's see, where am I? Mike says, I hope you'll be safe tomorrow. Yeah, I agree. Cindy says, good luck to M. Sonny says, thanks for volunteering. Be careful. I agree, Sonny, by the way. There's Sonny down in Mississippi. Hi, Sonny. There's Gretchen up in Ohio. Hi, Gretchen. Katie says, I'm sick of these storms. Yeah, me too. That's awful. All right, Hot Air says, I'm sitting here in the Chivy dealer having my Volt service today. Brake fluid change, 3 coolant loop changes, which were due at 5 years, and it's almost 10. An oil change and state inspection. Can Chillie write a check for my bill? Yeah, are you kidding me? My butt still hurts from the $12,000 check I wrote a week ago. Not even a week ago yet. It is, by the way, cold. Not too cold in the house, thankfully. But it's a little cool outside. Sonny says, Tom, curious how much your bill will be. I really doubt StreamYard can get YouTube to accept another feed. I can't even click a thumbs on your Facebook YouTube post without actually going to YouTube with my login. Oh, yeah? Well, I didn't know that. I thought, now I knew we had problems with people that would post from Facebook. I haven't seen that forever because it doesn't come in with their name. I thought maybe they fixed that finally. Hot Air Tom says $935. Absolutely not, Tom. I cannot write a check for $935. If I had $935 laying around, I'd have paid off the bill on the breakaway cruise for next spring. I still have a little balance on that, 500 or something left. So yeah, I got to pay that pretty soon. So the other thing that I'm fed up with, I might as well rant. The other thing I'm fed up with, all these damn people calling me want to sell me insurance. My insurance pays out, a couple $100,000 a year on me. And any of you people want to take that on? Yeah, no. So go away. Sonny says, yikes, I agree. Kenneth, Chillie, do you think the Epic will go down in price since the breakaway is going down? I don't know. I keep following them every day. So far, the Epic, I checked the Epic again this morning, and it hasn't done anything. Who knows? Sometimes what they do makes absolutely no sense. And even the one that I was advertising today on the January 4th cruise, they actually lowered that $10 more. Now, why $10? So who knows? If you're going to lower something, lower it. Knock $100 off or something. Gretchen says, Tom, my husband says that's not bad. Okay. I don't know. I've never done anything on a Volt. Chillie, is it true that one time only within SL that you allowed one free upgrade to a balcony? I'm not aware of that. Hot Air Tom would be the one maybe to answer that. I'm not aware that you get a free upgrade to a balcony. I thought you got upgraded to a balcony, but you had to pay for it. Hot Air Tom, comment on that one. Tom says, I've never heard of a free upgrade. Where did you get that idea? That's what I thought. I hear it all the time on people's shows, but you're only allowed one time. I've not heard of a free upgrade. That's just not the way Norwegian does business normally. I could be wrong, but call Norwegian and ask them. I've never heard of it, Kenneth. The Epic will go down December 2nd, a day after our final payment is due. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. I keep checking it. Keep checking it. Cindy says if you use NCL points for an upgrade from a credit card, you have to use 60,000 for Epic from inside the balcony. Otherwise, 30,000 from ocean view to balcony. So that's if you're using points. After final payment, if the price goes down, you can sometimes get an upgrade to balcony, but it might not be free, depends on the pricing. All right, so Kenneth, I'm awfully afraid that you're not going to fly very far with trying to get a free upgrade. It's not thinking. And again, I could be wrong because I do not know that specifically. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. I've got several things to get fixed. One thing is the pricing on the website. I need to get Nate to go back in and put it back in. That was one of the first things that was in. And then I guess when he put the ship stuff in, changed the ship stuff, somehow the pricing got out. So anyway, we'll see. It'll be fixed. In the meantime, amigo John is working on a sheet for me because I haven't had time to put one together myself, and he does a much better job than I do. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. As always, we got up to 128 and with our folks from X. 114 people from X. That's very nice. Glad you guys are with us. So, and any of you, if you put in a comment, I actually get it. So I will, relate it on to everybody else. So please feel free to do that. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. I'll be back same time, same channel tomorrow. Smash that thumbs up button. That'll help us out a bunch. And please take this as my invitation to subscribe to this channel. It doesn't cost you anything. And that really helps us out. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll see everybody back here. Same time, same channel tomorrow morning for Tuesday Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast. Have a great day, everybody. See you later. Oh, happy election day tomorrow. Tomorrow.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner
Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillies Cruises.